get help sooner, right? Work on the things that you struggle with, address them sooner, right? Listen to the people who tried to pour into you. Don't blow them off, right? Take it in.
Yeah.
And love people and use stuff.
Love people and use
right.
stuff. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Life Empowered Living. Welcome to the living room. Let me just tell you that I am a person, and I'm sure you know this by now, who believes that who's in your environment is important. It is essential to your growth, to your development, and to your success. And today in our environment is not only my friend, but my cousin. Not only is he my cousin, but he is the captain of a fire department here locally, Joseph Franz. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you very much, Celeste. This is awesome.
I am so glad you are here with me.
Yeah, this is great.
As I was thinking about how I think of you, I was reflecting on how I had defined myself at one time, and I was just really curious of, if you were to define you, how would you define you? Who are you?
I'm a person who's went through many growth phases, right? And so to be where I am today is just absolutely amazing. The person I've turned into, and it's God, right? Thank God for him not giving up on me, and people in my life to support me and continue to push me and see better than me than what I saw in myself. So it's a lot of growth. So it's amazing to see, and it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It really is hard to explain.
Yeah, I love that. And I know that you just celebrated a birthday. I am proud to be in this season 3. What are you looking forward to in your new season?
So, I'm in the process of hopefully becoming, the next step for promotion will be battalion chief.
Okay.
So I'm really focusing on that as far as my career-wise, really knowing it's already going to happen, right? Really speaking it into existence.
We're speaking it with you.
Right, as we're taught. And then I have a 17-year-old daughter, right, who plays softball, and like this summer is going to be just a huge summer for her. God's just going to blow our mind on that with some type of full ride scholarship coming her way. And then my wife, Nolita, supporting her in her endeavors too is just, it's just, I'm just in an amazing place, a place of peace, a place of just awesomeness is all I can say.
I love that. And, one of the things that I asked you is, what are you looking forward to? And when you answered the question, you didn't think about just you. You thought about your daughter. You thought about your wife. I do know you personally to be a help to so many. How did you get there?
I was very selfish when I was younger, right? Had multiple houses, had multiple cars, and I remember being in the living room and seeing, see this, all this is all me. And when I tell you like that, it was gone. Everything was gone, right? And so it really humbled me.
Okay.
To say it's not me, right? It's God. It's him giving me the tools, right? And appreciating him for what he's given to me. And now it's like just trying to continue to show humbleness, right? And be thankfulness, because he's as they say, you get back 10 times what you lost. And that's happened for me. I'm a testament of that. And it's just, so I just appreciate it. Life in my job, I see people can die every day, right? So for me, I don't let little things get at my way, because last night I could potentially saw somebody take their last breath. And so it's like, dude, we're here, we're living. Let's go. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy this trip called life, because it is short, and just have fun doing it.
Lean into it. Now, because of what you're doing, and please tell us a little bit more. How did you, right? Because you're a fireman, or you started off as a fireman, now you're a captain, but you could have been a police officer. You could have been a doctor. You could have been anything.
Yeah.
How did you land there?
So my grandfather is a retired was a retired firefighter out of Ohio in this small town
Okay.
that I was born in. And I have pictures from when I was younger, going to the firehouse, sitting behind the fire truck wheel, driving it like I was it. So it always put something in me
Okay.
that I always wanted to do it. And so then when my stepdad moved us here to Wisconsin in 97, he was a Milwaukee police officer. He told me if I became a cop, he was going to shoot me.
Well, that's a deterrent.
Right? Because he knew the type of job that was tough, right? And so he's like, hey, also they have this cadet program going on. And what's funny is I'm walking down James Madison High School, 1999, and my guidance counselor was like, hey, Joe, what do you got going on in fourth period? I was like, I don't know. Is it going to get me out of class? He's like, yeah, come. The fire department's coming and they're taking applications for the cadet program and the police aid program at the same time. So I went and had that, and the rest is history, right? It's just being God's time of like walking down the hall at that moment, and that guidance counselor seeing that in me of like, this guy has a good heart. He's a good person. He would be a good, because in those roles you have to have a servant's heart. You have to be willing to really enjoy it, right? There's a lot of people who do the job who don't enjoy it. I truly enjoy coming to work every day and serving the city that I serve, and it's great.
Yeah, I love that. Now, you talk about you grew up, right? So you grew up, and I just talked about how important environment is. But you've also been doing it for so long. So how did you know the thing to stick with? Like, how did you know that wasn't okay, let me ask it differently. Did you ever get cold feet? Like, I want to do something different.
Never.
Really?
No. So came on at 19 and started making some good money and then some good off time, which are perks of the job.
Right.
But I never felt like I was missing anything else. Like I felt like that was my calling was that. And then March 6th was my 25th anniversary with my department, and it's flown by. It's absolutely flown by. I'm looking forward to that next chapter. I got potentially in 4 years I could retire, right? If that's the path that I choose to go, which is a good feeling. But also, like, if I continue to make this battalion chief and continue to go up the ranks, I might stay longer. Just it's not my plan, right? I'm just walking a path and enjoying it and having fun doing it.
Yeah. So, okay. It's funny that I asked that question, and now then I look at you and I'm like, but wait a minute, this is Joe. He also does 1 million other things.
Yeah. So, busy.
Tell me, what's some of the other things that you're doing?
As my wife says, I have expensive hobbies. Right? So, like old school cars, like motorcycles, we love to travel. But I just always trying to stay busy, and I have a 69 Nova that I found in a garage that wasn't running and driving. And to be able to bring that back to life is just it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling to know that it's an accomplishment, right? And then traveling with my wife is just absolutely amazing. Like the places I was like, hey, where do you want to go? And she's like, oh, let's go to Dubai. And I'm like, why don't we go to Dubai? Let's go to Dubai, right? And so to have her wanting to say, hey, let's go here. Places I never thought about. You're like, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's amazing.
I love that. So tell me a little bit about your wife. Now, I had her on the podcast, but I love the other perspective, right?
So know my wife for 20 something plus years. I don't want to age her too much. She might come get me. Knew her in high school. I always thought she was something about her, like it caught my eye, and then, tried to shoot my shot, and she was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Thank God, right? Because I would have messed it up, right? Lots of growth. And then we reconnected. It'll be 11 years of marriage in September. And to watch how she moves, to watch her as a stepmom to my daughter is absolutely amazing. It was vitally important to me. One, I didn't think I was ever going to get married again after my last with Journey's mom, but to then it was important when I met Nolita. Like, I just saw so many amazing features in her and amazing qualities that I'm like, she is really going to help me with raising this young lady. how I would love for her to be raised and how I would love the qualities that I want in my daughter because it's important. And so just having her as my partner has been a blessing. It's been amazing. It's been, as you know, it's hard work, right?
Absolutely.
But it's the most rewarding, absolutely rewarding thing, right? I'd say marriage is one, and then my daughter's two, right? Because I'm always going to put my wife first, and then my daughter's right there. You know, I don't want to wrinkle any feathers or like that, but that's my wife, and then my daughter.
Yeah. And so, how did you know she was the one?
It was funny because like one of our first dates, we kind of shook hands, right? Because we had very open about where I had been, and Lolita was very open to me, and it was like going back and forth, and we're like, she's like, yeah, we can be friends, and I was like, yeah, that's cool because
no pressure.
There's no pressure, right? It was no pressure, and so we really became friends from that, and so our marriage is built on that foundation of friends, right? Having that friend thing that at the end of the day, the building blocks, right? We know of everybody talks about the foundation. Our foundation is built on a friendship of two people with no expectations of anything but being a friend. In fact, she tells me, like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking about trying to hook you with one of my friends. And she's like, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'm glad it didn't go that way, right? Because I knew, I was like, man, she's very special. And yeah, I love that woman.
I love that. Now, what about you? Like, what work did you have to do in preparation for this person that you knew was for you?
A lot of reflecting, even some therapy, right? To figure out why I failed before, right? Because as we know, it's two sides to every story, right? And really had to get to where my failures were, right? And part of not wanting to get married one of our first dates was because I had failed, and I didn't want to fail again. But failing is part of life, right?
Absolutely,
it's part of getting better and growing is failing.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna fail at things, but it's how you respond to the failure that makes you successful.
Yeah.
And so, I appreciate her of seeing something in me that I didn't see myself and continue to push and it's going to be tough. Know it's going to be tough, but know that, you know, you have your foundation and the ultimate goal is conquering whatever that thing is that's causing chaos in that moment.
I love that. You know, when I think of you as an individual and then even just this conversation thus far, one of the things that consistently come to mind for me is courage. And so for those of you who do not know, we are travel buddies in real life. And this man had us swimming with sharks and things. I don't even know what was under there. But again, just the courage to do not just the fun stuff, but the things, right? The things, the courage to fail, the courage to see everything that's going on and say, you know what, I still want to be a fireman. I still want to climb ladders and jump into houses and save people. Like, where did you get that from?
I feel like it's just something that was planted in me from the beginning. It was like to have that, right? To live with no fear, right? Because I could what if it to death, right? We could. I could say, hey, there could be this, there could be that, but there could not be. Yeah. And then I could have missed that opportunity to have whatever I was going to go after. And then I don't want to live my life of what if or could have, or what if I fail, or what if I do that, because then you'll never know. And not knowing to me is like, I want to know.
Yeah, that's something I'm always working on, is just this courage part. And that's something that I admire when I see that in other people. That's why I need you in my space, because I need more of that. I'm like, well, if Joe does it, then I can do it. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it is a powerful attribute. But now, again, we've talked about you being such a servant's heart. How do you teach that courage to other people? How do you teach Journey to go after it?
teach her that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail, but don't let the failure define you, right? Like continue to push hard and anything work hard at, right? Nothing we've ever been given or have that's been given to us easily do we even value or have anymore. But the things that you work hard for, right, and that you're paying for or you're invested in, you take care of it. You cherish it. You nourish it. You do all the things because you're invested in that thing that you're doing, right? So like for her is a softball, right? So 11 months a year she's training, and for me this year, like I saw like a light switch click for her, like where she's owning it, and now she wants to do stuff on her own. And I didn't push her, but I'm like, hey, what do you think about this, right? Just planting those seeds of like, hey, just so you know, other girls your age are working out right now, or taking her to these camps. We went down to Durham, North Carolina, to a camp, and there was a girl that was really, really good there that's going to a very good program. And Journey watched her, and at the time, she's like, oh, she's doing too much. Now watching Journey do these things that this girl was doing. So she's like, wait a minute. In that moment, fought it off because the girl was a little bit better than her. But then to say, wait a minute, okay, now she starts to believe in herself. I'm as good as her, but I need to work as hard as her.
Yeah, that self-confidence. And you tell me if you think, or if you agree with this, but I think that there's something about a father cheering on a daughter.
Oh, it's crazy. Like I can't, like as much as I'd, a son, you romanticize things, right? It's not just been in the cards, but watching my daughter hit a home run, right? Do something I never did before. Oh, it's unexplainable. Like I don't even know if I can put it into words. And then I was coaching her, right? So to be on the field at first base, coaching her and watching that thing go over, and I have a video of it. So it's amazing. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
That's what it's about, right?
It is.
It is absolutely. But I don't know why you're making me cry. Knock it off, Joe. Wait a minute. And so one of the things that I've heard you say is kind of this, don't be afraid to fail. And I appreciate that so much, because I think that we stunt our own growth because we don't.
Yeah, fear just paralyzes people.
Yeah.
And I remember being a kid and being a really big worry. Like I'd worry about, like I had a baseball game, it's going to rain. And then one day I can't control the rain.
Yeah.
I'm worrying about all these things that I have no control over.
Yeah.
And so it was like literally like a 180. And I can't specifically point to one thing, but I just became like this, where a lot of stuff doesn't bother me. It's like, I could worry about it and then not happen. So then I've wasted all this time to do it. Or if it does happen, let me come up with a plan to fix it when it does. That's my thing. Is like, okay, if it does, cool, then we'll do this. But if not, then we're going to have a great time.
So you've thought about the options. You've thought about the scenarios and you've planned for it, but that's it. You don't let it linger.
No, once you hit that thing, you're done, and then it's on to the next thing.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
I want to be like you when I grow up.
That's what my wife says. She's like, she admires that, like, you're just able to make a decision and go.
Yeah.
Right. And not think about or overthink the situation.
Overthink it. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. That's why we need each other. That's exactly what we need. Why we need each other. And so tell me about, you talked about these growth phases and being immature at times. Tell me about a pivotal moment that you said, you know what, I got to do something different.
For me, it was in the promotion from heavy equipment operator. So I was a driver. Okay. So it goes firefighter, heavy equipment operator, lieutenant, captain, battalion chief.
Okay.
And then deputy chief, and then assistant chief, and then the chief. So as an HEO, you're responsible is the fire truck, the firehouse. You're the barn boss, as we call it, responsible for the cleaning of the rig, the maintaining of like the floor and all, like maintenance house stuff. But when you become a lieutenant, I'm now in charge of that HEO and the 2 firefighters in the back.
Okay.
So now I have the responsibility of 3 individuals and the rig and the house for the day.
Okay.
And so I got promoted to lieutenant, and then I had an opportunity to go out to the fire academy and be an instructor of the cadet program. So be able to teach the cadets that I once was, right? Like a full circle moment to be that instructor. And to then be responsible or helping to train 52, 18, and 19-year-old kids really changed the trajectory of my career. It really, I had to, I was a jokester in the firehouse, right? We were always having little fun things that we were doing, setting water traps or doing little camaraderie things that we do in the fire service. And then now to be a lieutenant, like, hey, okay, we can't do some of the things that I used to do when I was 20 years old. So now we're going to be different. We're changing, we're evolving, knock it off. And so helping those people understand that and to understand the goal, to like, hey, you're 18 years old, don't do anything stupid. Don't get that speeding ticket. Don't do that thing because this is a really good opportunity. I'm proof that 25 years later, you can be a captain on this fire department. And this job really can give you everything that your heart desires if you respect it and you give it the love back that it's going to give you.
Yeah. So again, watching the news and all things that are happening, in that scenario, the kids have already gone, they've applied, and they're there, right? And so you kind of have a captive audience in attempting to provide that guidance and leadership. What are you saying to the ones when you are on a run and the kids are outside and you gotta, I don't know, get them out the way or rally them up in some way so that you can effectively do your job? How are you managing that group of folks?
So the people on the scene necessarily, with kindness, right, and respect, right, getting down to their level, trying to explain to them what we're doing, why we're doing it, and then after the run's over, then you can say, hey, show them the fire truck, show them things, try to intrigue them, really encourage staying out of trouble, right? Because we know. To be on the fire department, you got to have an EMT license because we're all EMTs. So if you have any type of issue with your record, then you eliminate yourselves from so many jobs. Anything in the healthcare field or anything in the fire service, any of that stuff. So really trying to get them at a young age, hey, got to get good grades. You got to go to school. You need to listen to your parents. Like you need to do these things because I know you're young, but and when you think about it, when you're 18, 40 seems so far away. Right.
It's old.
But when you're 30, 50 doesn't seem that far away at all, right? So just trying to get them to see it. But we all think we know everything at that age, right? And so trying to get them to say, hey, we're all going to make a mistake. Don't step on a grenade, step on a popper, right? Something that's going to get your attention, but not take your leg off. Right.
No, that's such a good analogy. Oh my goodness. So now, who do you go to for mentorship, for advice?
Oh, it's amazing. My circle is so diverse, but with so many different, fire service professionals. I have Sheldon. I really look up to Sheldon a lot, and you guys are like, iron sharpens iron, but we really look at you guys. And my stepdad, who's a huge, I am who I am today because of him, and was hard on me, right? Super hard on me, but I know why, right? And at the time, I didn't know why. Like, one day I'm a kid and we're playing video games, and I finally beat him in a video game, and he looks at me, he says, "Congratulations, sons! I just let you win." I'm like, I know I beat him fair and square, right? I know it, but he was hard on me because when I go out in that world, he knows, no one's gonna cut me a slack, no one's gonna cut me a break. So go out there, work hard, and win at it, right? You're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall, pick yourself up, and keep pushing. And so, a good buddy of mine who's is our assistant chief. We came on together, so we're the same age. But when I tell you, he's constantly like, hey, think about this, think about that, constantly mentoring me and pushing me to do better and to just to keep changing my look, right? As a fireman, you have the 5,000 foot view. As a HO, you're 15,000. Lieutenant, it's, and then as a captain now, wanting to be a chief, I'm at the 25,000 foot view. Like, okay, this is the span of control I'm looking at. This is all the things you got to think about. And it's a transition, right?
Absolutely.
It's that growth phase.
Yeah.
It's always leveling up. And from where I was to where I am now, from when I met my wife and the people that are in my life, the people that show up for me and show up for her, it's amazing, right? And it truly does blow my mind to have so many great people that care about me, that love me and pour into me and continue to see great things in me.
Yeah. Well, full transparency, you are pretty amazing, right? So let's just start with that.
I'm just the average guy.
Well, okay, you're extraordinarily average. Got it. But with that though, how, especially as you are growing, like you're growing, and you're expanding, and you have great analogies, by the way. We're going to have to just share some of those one time. But how do you maintain authenticity to being who you are?
It's important not to lose yourself in all of the stuff.
Right.
And so it's just, I think when I lost all that stuff before, I think I love stuff and I used people, right? In that moment in my life. And now I love people and I use stuff.
Ah, that's so good. I told you, you got this.
So, that's really what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Is being good to people. And that's at the base of all of everything that we have. If you aren't good to people, good things aren't going to happen to you.
Yeah.
But if you care for people and you love people and you know, I don't hold any grudges, you know, there's some stuff in my life that I wish would be better. I love that person for it. And, but it is what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why you're my favorite. This is exactly why. So, okay, but say that again. I loved stuff.
I love stuff and use people.
But now you love people and you use stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, transformational. And that's what this is about. I am hoping that when it's all said and done, we are better humans to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it's about.
And so we gotta do it. We gotta do the work.
That's all the stuff, right? I mean, I have all these things.
Right.
But I'm just using it for the moment.
Yeah.
I'm using it. I'm using the house. I'm using the car. It's not mine because I'm going to sell the house or I'm going to sell the car or I'm going to die and it's going to be somebody else's.
Yeah.
So everything that we have stuff wise, you're being trusted to use it responsibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
Right. And if you do, then good things happen to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Okay. We could really end right there because that's so powerful. But I have more.
All right.
And so when you think about living life empowered, especially, and you definitely have alluded to it already, but when you think about living life empowered, what does that mean to you?
Living life empowered is just being a good person and pouring into the next generation, right? Not taking anything, not leaving anything with me, right? I want to make sure everything that I've learned from my experiences, I'm empowering somebody else, right? I want you to learn, like, I know you're gonna make mistakes. Don't step on the grenades I stepped on. Here, like, let me help you step on that little popper.
Right.
So let me empower, like, to me, it's like empowering the next generation. Empowering to me is the next generation to come. I want them to be better than I was. I want my daughter to not have to go through the things I do, right? She's going to have her struggles, but I want her not to have those major ones, right?
Yeah.
And so it's through being honest, right? Having those tough conversations, and really it's just being open, or what's the word I'm looking for? Transparent.
Transparent. Okay.
Being transparent and say, hey, these are where I had money issues and I had to file bankruptcy. Or here's this where this and don't do this, and don't come on this job at 19 or 20 years old and go buy a new car. Like, save your money. You know, make sure you're saving 20% for your retirement, because I know 32 years seems a long way, but it's going to be here before you know it. And you're going to be like, because you do have that fine line of living for today and preparing for tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
And that's something that me and my wife really do focus on. Of like, hey, let's have fun. Let's have fun responsibly, but also let's put something away for tomorrow, because when that time comes, we also want to be able to maintain what we have now or even be better.
Absolutely. A lifestyle.
Yes.
Got to maintain the lifestyle. Absolutely. And so when you think about this next generation, and when you think about living today and enjoying today, and then also preparing for tomorrow, looking at today, what do you say to your younger self?
Get help sooner, right? Work on the things that you struggle with, address them sooner, right? Listen to the people who tried to pour into you. Don't blow them off, right? Take it in.
Yeah.
And love people and use stuff.
Love people or use
right?
stuff.
That one. That's the big one, right?
Yeah.
Because life is about experience, and it's really, you can have all this stuff, but if I don't have someone to share it with or these experiences, for what, right? We could go on a vacation, but like, I'm not a person who enjoys being by myself. I could do things like I'll go for a motorcycle ride by myself, but I prefer my wife on the back, right? Like, oh, the guys are going golfing. I'm like, oh, my wife's off. I'm going to be with her. I'll catch you guys on the next time when she's working, because that's who I want to experience life with. Life, we're not meant to be isolation or loners. We're meant to have connection. We're meant to have fun with each other and have experiences. And that's what I'm all about right now, experiences.
So there are two things I want to make sure that I capture from you. One of them is resiliency, because one thing that I know to be true is that, one, people don't do things for fear of failing. And then two, when they fail, they don't necessarily bounce back from it. They linger in that spot. And so my question for you is, how did you learn? What did you do to develop the muscle of resiliency, knowing that you are going to experience failure?
For me, like with marriage, for example, was getting to know Nolita and getting to know you and Sheldon through Nolita. Getting to know her Uncle Terry and Aunt Lisa. I have my Uncle Mark and Aunt Lisa who've been for a long time. So having those people around to watch and to learn and have conversations with, right? And when you find the one, right? And fortunately for you, you found it your first time, right? A lot of people out here, it takes a couple of times, but you're supposed to learn something in those.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And so I learned from those, right? But still had more work to do. And so when I did the work, that's when everything kind of fell into place to where I am now. So it's really being aware of your surroundings, seeing the things around you, that, because God is always putting you in the right place. He's always putting you in places so that way you can be prepared for that next level, right? And so it's like being around you guys and seeing what that is, and Uncle Terry and that, and my Uncle Mark, and just so, that's what was like, okay, yeah, you know, and her being a God-fearing woman, right? That's having someone who is equally yoked, as we say too a lot of times, right? Is having those things, and who wants the same things I want, who works hard, who's like, dude, that's awesome to have, because when you have somebody who was like a go-getter and a not so go-getter, then it can create issues, right? Because you're like, it builds resentment or whatever it was. And when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, this right here, all of this is I want some of that.
I love that. So thinking about the resiliency is the fact that you were able to really look at where maybe you failed at, and then said, I'm going to learn some lessons. I'm going to get around people that help me develop. And so you had kind of this team to help lift you, which enabled you to move forward into that next thing.
Sure.
I love that. The other interesting thing about failure, though, is that a lot of times we'll fall into isolation too.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't even ask for help. We won't even learn by observation.
Yeah.
We're just unwilling to do it for whatever reason.
That's one thing I don't have trouble with is asking for help.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe in the early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of my early failures, I didn't do it, but then ask for help,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ask somebody, say, hey, is this normal? Is
Mm-hmm.
this thing, because the person you're asking, it's someone you trust, obviously, right? So they're going to have what's best for you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's one thing I don't like. If I'm struggling with something, I'd be like, hey, babe, I need help with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's because a lot of men can be stubborn and like, oh, I got this, and it's like,
no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. So I appreciate you. I am so grateful that you were able to take time out of your schedule and just really spend time and sit down with me. We don't do this often.
No,
It's
this
usually,
was great. Yeah, no, it's a bunch of people
Yeah,
right
it's
going around and just waiting for your moments to
Right.
get in. And no, this is awesome.
So-
Thank you for the opportunity to come and be a part of this. This
No.
is
Yeah, this has been amazing. And so as we wrap up, this is my last question for you,
all right.
which is we've spent not quite an hour, but a little bit of time together talking. And if there were 2 or 3 things that you would want people to walk away knowing about you or about a lesson that you've learned, what would those things be?
One is don't be afraid to fail, right? That's the number
Okay.
one, right? Don't
Yeah.
be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to step out,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
I think anytime I've heard anything like Steve Harvey's situation, right? When you listen to his stuff and it's stepping out
Mhm.
on that ledge,
Mhm.
right? My cousin Sheldon, right? Stepping out on that ledge and to watch the things that God's doing in his life now, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
to watch it blow his mind, it blows my mind, right? Because of the things that he's accomplished in his life, right? And for you and the stuff you do, and for my wife to watch her step out of her comfort zone. My wife likes to be very comfortable, and one thing I think she likes about me is I'm always kind of like, hey, let's
Right on the edge.
let's get to that edge, right? And when she gets there, and then she just does amazing things, it's awesome. So don't live in fear.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do is have a regret that something that you didn't do when you couldn't do it. When you could do it, right?
When you could do it, yeah. No, that's it. So again, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Josh.
This is amazing. This
amazing.
is awesome.
So, and thank you all for joining me on today. And until next time, live life empowered. Take care. Goodbye.